Hello everyone, it's a new day, or at least a new very early day in the morning. Um, I spent a lot of time off camera just practicing, planning out what I wanted to do for base. Um, and I think I know what I want to do, so we're going to spend a little bit of time today deciding the materials we need for it and where it's going to go. Hey, look, I'm starving. We need not a huge flat area to build, but sort of big enough to where it's not going to, not going to clip into the map far enough to have a problem. One thing I did notice when you're building with the Adobe bases is they really like to sit high. Hey, take a look. We have ourselves an egg. Yankee has an egg. This is why females are better. Okay, I tried to pick up the egg instead. I will give our our Ankylosaurus, a extra level, but now we have an egg, so we'll go and put this egg inside of our house with magically hovering Shobijin. Okay, gotta love how this game works sometimes. Let's get this out of here. So we are going to spend most of our time today gathering those materials. I actually was going to do a little bit of local material gathering off camera, but instead, because that egg was there, I just figured let's show the egg and maybe we'll get another one because I think one of the raptors already laid an egg for us. Mothra is female, so she may gather one as well. I'm going to level up Mothra in weight because we are going to be taking Mothra to where we're going because the materials that we need are nowhere close. In fact, it's funny, as I was practicing, I don't remember what level everything was, so let's go ahead and find out what we want. So we want greenhouse walls because we want some windows in this place. I've never made these. I've never made windows. I've never this type of window, glass window, or greenhouse walls. So we need cementing paste and we need crystal. Cementing paste we get from. Actually, we should probably get the cementing paste too, huh? There we go, cementing paste. As you can see, we get chitin and keratin for that. We have some of that, but we can get a lot more because all the bugs have that. So hello, I like you too. Um, Backing up against our Rex and falling off the side of the little mesa there. Um, we can get chitin and keratin from all those oil jug bugs that are around down there. So we will go and harvest a whole bunch of those when we need to get that chitin and keratin. I'm going to assume that little rumble. Oh, it's actually the piggy. The piggy's tough. He's fighting 4 other dinos, and he's probably going to win. In any case, let's get going here. See how Dim is doing. He is all right. He cannot handle another Rex poop. In fact, he will very quickly only be. Hey, you're not going anywhere. He will very quickly only be doing the Rex poop. Let's take our little guy on our shoulder to tell us what the weather is, just in case. We want to take as few things as possible with us, so I'm not even going to take the spyglass. I do want to take change of clothes because I don't want to be too hot starting tomorrow morning. How heavy are these things? That bugs me. Basically, if I kill enough time here, we won't have to worry about it. Okay, so I did cut myself off when I noticed the egg. Let me get back to that. One thing I noticed when building with these Adobe bases here is that they really like to sit very high out of the ground. Maybe all the bases do. But the thing then that we're going to want to do is you can see the ground is sloping here. It's not super flat. I might incorporate this little dip in here just to make sure we get enough space. And it'll be hilarious if I have to redo the whole thing. I will totally edit that out, but I'll tell you if it happens. I'm going to try to put it here. It's fairly large. It's going to be roughly, it's going to be a kind of circular, but about 4 bases across, 4 you know, roughly of these across, so the equivalent of like a 4x4 for a 16. In one of my builds online, actually, on an online server, I was able to get a 5x5 here, except in one corner, which it would not let me place my very last foundation. So I had to just use a roof, which functionally works as a foundation, but there are drawbacks to that, and I'll tell you that story when we're on our way on the moth. Okay, I think we're good here. I'm going to change into these, so I'm ready for the trip. A little cold, but that's fine. A little cold is okay. In fact, that's perfect. As long as I'm not a lot cold. I'm going to... I did notice I had the wrong arrow loaded in here. And you notice I've got these labels here for like trank arrow and all that. I'm not sure why that is, but it's a little annoying. And I wish it wasn't there. Those little labels weren't there, but that's all right. I mean, they might be useful to you because you can actually see what I'm working on. That's not where the other trank arrows are. I really would like not to keep things in like 4 different locations. When we move to the new house, of course, we'll organize everything perfectly, I swear, and I definitely will do that off camera. Okay. Mothra, you're hiding over here. I think we're good. Let me just see. Did I want... I was going to give her just a little bit of food, but she really doesn't need it, so it's fine. I'm not going to worry about it. And let's just dump this off in here. Every little bit counts. Yes, I'm going to keep these just in case I want to make arrows. My other weapons aren't too dead. And you know what? I never even pet our Lystrosaurus. That's sad. I've got to toss levels on everybody, but let's not mess with this. Let's get going. So, we're heading to mountaintops with our happy little moth flitting away as fast as possible. We're going to go to that mountaintop first, the one that's over there in the south, right behind this wall here. When we clear it, I'll show you a little more closely. It's about equidistant. It will also have the materials we want, which is crystal. That's what we're going for. You can also get obsidian there, which is important in the game, but I don't need obsidian yet. So we're going to leave it. I did also want to get another moth on the way, but I figured maybe I'll just stick with what I have, and we'll do the first trip just with this moth. And I do want to visit this little area over here and see if I can get some levels out of visiting that, because it's a little engram station. I don't even need to do it. I just want to fly over, but I want to visit it while mounted if possible, but I don't think you can do that. Can you access it? Oh, you can. That's nice. So whenever you get to one of these special areas the first time, if you access it while you're on your tamed mount, the mount gets the levels too. Look at that, 8 levels. Oh, this is so good. This could not have been any better. The only thing that bugs me is wasting it, quote unquote, on a lower level mount, but there's so many of these around the game that it's not too wasted. I'm gonna I'll put 2 into stamina, but I really want the rest of these in weight, because that's just that much more that we're gonna be able to take. Managing your stamina is just planning. You just look where you need to go, watch where your stamina's at, and if you need to land, you know, take your time and make sure you're landing in a safe spot. Around here it's not too bad. There's loads of ledges and things. You can see when other animals are coming up, and it doesn't work too badly. Never leave yourself with just a tiny bit left, or if you are, make super sure that you're safe. And you won't have a problem. The moth doesn't take too long for stamina to go up. As you can see, I've completely forgotten to give myself the extra level. I'll do that in a bit. I was just so excited to get 8 levels on the moth there. That was great. Because when I actually practiced this before, I was off the moth when I actually got the levels, so I completely missed them. So this is such an improvement. Nobody here. I'll just land here. While we're sitting, I will toss the level, 2 levels onto me. Probably could use the weight. We're at level 46. I don't like to stick here with my butt hanging out, messing around with my levels in a place that's in theory not safe. So let's see who we have up here. A couple of thorny dragons. They're not too bad. Don't have to worry about them. I saw an Argentavis couple. There's 3 thorny dragons. Couple Argentavis. Oh, look at that. And another level for our moth. Mothra is a very happy moth. Okay, so these are salt pillars. Not what we need. What we need is, see if anybody fun is up here. I see nothing. Alright, so can land here. Just take a peek. Oh, we've got some Carnotaurs. It's no problem. We'll just lure them off. That right there, right above my Jerboa's butt, is those black things are obsidian. We definitely want those at some point in the game. Not yet. Top of mountains tends to be where you find these things. We're on a little mountain, but that's good enough. And right over there is the crystal. We can get to all of these places that you can see. I don't think we can get the mountains in the far distance. I believe that's technically beyond the map. Same thing over here. So wherever you see the vast expanses of desert, that is the end of the map. But there's a lot of desert out this way. We're looking generally to the east part of the map now. Southeast, south, southwest. By the way, the other mountain we want to go to is this one right there, where my Jerboa's butt is. That will have the same type of things on the top of the mountain as this one. So let's go ahead and get ourselves some crystal. Oh, and I think we can get the color back down. There we go. We don't need any of this. I forgot to lure the Carnotaur away. Well, we will hear him stomping his way up, so there won't really be a problem with missing him in case he tries to chase us around. Don't really like it though, but we'll see. Let's see what we can get here. I actually want to get rid of him. I don't even want to think about it. He may have already walked off. There's one thing. Oh, here we go. That's him. Hey, look, I'm tasty. Come bite me. Come on. Seriously, he's pretty casual. There we go. Finally charging. Alright, he's stuck. He's stuck, except on occasion I completely make mistakes on estimating how steep of an incline they can run up of, but that's alright. He's very loud, as I said, so we won't miss him in case he comes back. Okay, need crystal. I think we can carry about 200, probably a little more than that. That'll get us a third to a half of our windows, so that'll be pretty nice. One thing I will be doing off camera is grinding for all of the Adobe we're going to need. And we are going to need a lot. Oh, I didn't want to transfer that to him. I actually want to keep track of what we have. You do get a little bit of rare mushroom with crystal. That's one of the things that it does. I thought I probably should just eat again. So what do we have? 124. We'll hop onto Mothra when we got about 200. And I'm encumbered. Let's get rid of all of that. And the key thing is that the more we weigh, the slower we're going to go. And we definitely don't want to go too slow. No, she's not too encumbered. That's pretty good. So let's get off here. Trying to manage my keys properly and having a little bit of trouble. In fact, the problem here is that I haven't leveled up as much in weight as Mothra has, and I'm the one who's getting more encumbered. I would like to clear all of this mountaintop off so these things can respawn. The one thing I don't know about in-game is if these are, if they respawn on their own when you're not in the area. Lots of things in this game do keep track when you're not in the area, but I'm just not 100% sure that all of them do. Okay, so we have now 200. And that's hidden. So I think I'm going to chop up this rock. Oh, there we go. I'm actually getting the crystal. Nice. Alright, let's ditch this. Transfer these over. And we have 218. What's the weight? 277, 341. Might be able to get a little more. That's a little slow. Let's just go back. Alright, so home is that way. We should probably point the right direction. Our house is about right there, right where the gerbil's butt is. But we will definitely be going slower on the way back, which means we're going to be making more stops, and it means that we've got to be a little more careful with where we land. We lose... oh, that's a really good drop. We lose stamina at the same rate, but we travel a lot slower. So I wasn't counting when I saw how long it took us, how many trips it took us to get out here, but it's going to be probably about 5 on the way back. One thing we definitely have to come back for is down there. We can fly in here, and there's lots of fun things, but it's dark, so we don't need to see that just yet. Actually, what I go down there for is bees. You can get honey down there. And honey is an important ingredient in something. I think, yeah, for making sweet veggie cake so that you can tame the sheep. And the sheep are the best taming material for carnivores. So if you really want to maximize your Argentavis when you get it, or any sort of top-end carnivore like a Rex or even a Carnotaur or something like that, you want those sheep. And in fact, they even just make really good food for the game, but the sheep themselves are rare. In fact, we traveled through 2 places already where you might see them, and I haven't seen one. I don't know, maybe you did. Maybe I wasn't paying enough attention. But we'll be back pretty shortly. One of the things I noticed is that we don't have a whole lot of, except for there's a raptor right at the bottom of the screen, we don't have a lot of carnivores or aggressive dinosaurs in this little corridor that we're traveling, so it makes it pretty easy to get here and home. Plus, I mean, this map just has so many physical advantages to find safe hidey holes. I mean, even with as low-end flyers of moth, it just makes it pretty easy to get around. So what we're going to make for our house is a roughly spherical house. So if we wanted more levels, we could do that, but I think I'm going to wait on getting those levels. So we're going to try to make a roughly spherical house, and we're going to paint it, but I do want some windows because my designs are pretty horrible in this game, and I think windows might help it out. Very good. That will just help. Wait, because that'll just get us going very slightly faster and help us on our next route. What I'll probably do is record another one going to the South Mountain so we can see what that one looks like on top. either one of these mountains will be where we tame an Argentavis, but we do not get the RG saddle until level 62, and we are not there yet. I don't remember exactly what level I'm on, but it is not 62. I think I'm on about 47. So next interesting thing that we're going to get, we'll get a Carnotaur saddle at level 46, so I might have that already. Problem with the Carnotaurs is just very loud. It is a very stompy dinosaur, so it's not as much fun to ride around, especially if you value your ears. Alright, I'll land here, and then a quick jaunt home. Still haven't found our missing tech parasaur. I don't really hold out hope, but I keep forgetting to look up how to find our list of tames. I even saw a reference to it when I was looking up something earlier today, but I didn't actually look to see what we do about it. Okay, let's pet this guy. You can probably take that down. You can probably take that down. Got a crystal in here. Did I choose? No, I guess I didn't. Oh yeah, there it is. So we have the wall, so we just need to get the cementing paste. I'll show you how to do that in just a minute. You are not the person I was looking for. There we go. Alright. So we've got quite a bit of crystal. That'll take care of us for at least a little while. Now for cementing paste, we need chitin keratin. I don't think we need the chitin and keratin for anything else. In most parts of, so we'll make the cementing paste, so it takes stone along with it. So we will grab more stone because it takes a lot of stone. So let's put some more in, make some more. We're level 47, so we can get that Carnotaur saddle. What should we put this on? Oh, weight's what we were short of. Turns out we need even more stone. So finally we found something we need stone for on this map, so I won't throw all of it out next time that I'm doing something. Let's take this though, and we can make, just for fun, so they're waiting for us, we can make our windows. So I need 12 windows with my plan, plus we'll probably need some windows in the ceiling, but I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to manage that. As you can see, making lots of things means getting lots of levels. Like crafting is a great way to get levels in the game, so we'll get one more. So that's nice. We'll have 4 windows waiting for us. I'm not going to touch those because I don't want to set them and then need to move them. So that used just a little less than 100 crystal, so we really only need probably 100 more crystal, and so one more jaunt will do it. I don't think I'm going to do that right now. Let's get our level on here then. Just put it to health. See what kind of new things we got. So there's our greenhouse things. That's our greenhouse wall. Don't really need any of these things yet. Metal's extremely hot on this map. Mantises are really good. We should probably try to tame one. It has been... I'm not sure that I've tamed one. I'm not sure. There's our Carno saddle. We'll probably want to get that at some point because it's just fun to ride around on them. But what we really want is the fabricator. I'll grab it now, but we're probably going to put it in the new house first. But polymer is what we want that obsidian for, as you can see, because what you make with polymer is all the best weapons in the game, and a few other things. And we'll need electronics, because we're going to want to use, somewhere down here is the refrigerator, and that's an improvement on our wonderful preserving cabinet. And we'll want the generator. This will all be part of the plan for the new house. That's why we're planning a new house, because that's the stuff we really only want to make once if we can. So we're going to put that all right here. I'm probably going to put the base in off camera because I'm likely going to mess it up. But this is a fun little jaunt with our moth. One thing we should do is give Mothra a bite to eat. So we'll just grab some of these because she's down a little in food. Don't like to keep any extra weight on those animals because I need them as light as possible. But what we're going to do next is grab a whole bunch of resources and start building, and we'll be painting soon too. And the nice thing about that is that we got in one of our drops a cooking pot for free. It's not expensive, it's really easy to make, but hey, we got a free one, we'll use it. Alright, this is a fun, quick one. Just take a little tour of the map, see what other places look like. We'll go down to the south mountain there pretty soon in the next one and start on the base. So we'll see you soon and have fun.